one of the things I've been really thinking about is this very uncomfortable space that I call this in between. And it's in between like what what we once were and what we are going to become, and that really uncomfortable space that's in between that, because it's really when like you're still in the cocoon and you're almost done with the cocoon phase, but you're not quite yet the butterfly, and it's really murky and icky and uncomfortable in that cocoon. It's like it's almost like pressurized, and it's too confining feeling. And it's just, I feel like the reason though I want to bring it up is because very often we want to just we want to bypass this phase. I am currently in that phase right now. I totally want to bypass this phase of like in being in that in between space where my life is really uncomfortable and I'm not really sure like where I'm going or what I'm doing. The thing that really anchors me in that is trusting in myself and knowing that even though I don't exactly know where I'm going, I will at some point like figure it out, right? At some point, like my wings will come out, I will fly again, and I will be in that space. Amy, yeah, you're in that phase too. Yeah, I feel like this phase like comes and goes. It's a natural cycle of life, right? Where it's like everything feels really great and it feels in flow, and then it doesn't. And I think many people have experienced that in the last year with the pandemic, and it's all of a sudden everything that wasn't working got just squeezed and pressurized and brought to its ugly surface. And and now it's here as presence for us to deal with, and causes a lot of uncomfortable changes. And in just this random moment where I decided to do this live, I was like, I think it's important to talk about this in between phase, because we often see things on social media and it's literally people like dancing around and be like, "Hey, look at me, buy my product, do this thing." And it's not so much like real talk and like real conversations, and I'm really about real talk and real conversations as much as is possible in this bizarre one-way live that I'm doing here. So make some comments, tell me something real, folks. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that that's what real life is. Real life is a constant expansion of things, constant expression of things that feel expansive and then they don't, expansive and then they don't. And I think it's really normal, yet we overlook that part. We either try to bypass it, like with drugs and alcohol, shopping, other people, and we don't want to feel all the feelings. And it's like right now, I just want to be really honest and vulnerable. Like I've just moved from my home in Los Angeles to Austin, Texas. I haven't yet like found my community here. It feels really uncomfortable. It feels really that in between, right? So it's like the person that I will emerge into and be here, she's not fully here yet. She's still in formation. And that in between space is just like, yeah, it's fucking yucky, man. It's kind of like this, like, ugh. And feeling into to what feels right and what's going to happen next. And it's very often like I really don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen next. And it's a process of becoming cool with not knowing, and becoming uncomfortable in the uncomfortable, right? No mud, no lotus. Lots of mud happening. And it's not to be pitied. And it's not anything that's, oh, poor Olivia. There's none of that. None of that business happening here. It's just a transition and it's normal. And I think that's really what I want to get across, is that transitions are normal. Yucky feelings are normal. Yuckiness before you become the butterfly is normal. And I want to talk about it more. I want to normalize it. Like I want people to know that they're not alone, that it's okay for them to feel like, it's natural to feel kind of sad and depressed sometimes. It's natural to feel expansive and feel fantastic too. it's the whole thing. It's like the entire human experience, and I want all of it, you know. So I hope you're having a blessed day wherever you are. I totally love you. If this resonates with you, put some real comments below. Have some real conversations with me. Tell me how you are. Tell me some fun things to do in Austin. And mwah. I don't know how to turn this live off. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Yeah.